What I'm doing today is I'm attaching an odometer to the treadle, to the white treadle. The house is a mess. I'm in the middle of doing like 15 things and decided to put an odometer on the treadle. This is the computer part of it. It sits in a hot shoe, which is right here, which has a sensor at one end. And what the sensor has to go by, or actually have go by it, is a magnet. Now, because this isn't a bike, and the magnet is made to fit a spoke, I took a simple piece of brass wire. I'll move the wheel and attached it there, and then attached it a little bit, a little bit higher up on that wheel section and put the magnet on it. In other words, I created a spoke. Now when I did that, I had to make sure that it cleared the belt guard as it goes around, which it will. So there's no noise, and the brass wire I used is not hitting anything. So now comes the placement of the sensor. And you just have to be careful that you're able to do this and have the wire go straight up without getting tangled in the wheel at all. So with the magnet placed there, the best place for me to put the sensor is going to be right here. And I had to pull the magnet back just a little bit so that when it passes by the sensor, it doesn't hit it. So let's bring this up a little bit. And there is the magnet. The wheel doesn't want to stay right there. There's the magnet just opposite the belt guard support. And I'm going to put this right there, and you will see that I do have clearance, that the magnet itself is not going to hit the sensor. And then at that point, it looks like they have sticky tape on the back of this. So you could put sticky tape right there and position it. They also have 2 holes in it and zip ties, so you can zip tie it in place after you get it positioned. So where'd the magnet go? It has to be just like that. And I can't do it, I don't have 3 hands, but if that's set correctly and I move the wheel and look at the little screen, I'm getting a mile per hour showing up. So you need probably to create your own spoke, attach the magnet to the spoke, and then put the sensor on a frame. Now, if you don't have a belt guard frame, you could also turn it around so that the magnet is facing out and attach the sensor to the actual, leg frame, like that. But again, you'll just have to check the spacing, and you want this fake spoke you've made tight enough so that it's not going to move as the wheel moves. So let me finish getting this set up and we'll see how it works. And it does work. There is, I have gone, I think that's 2/10 of a mile, where you see the 20. I put this on with the sticky tape to begin with. The magnet is up here. You have to make sure it lines up right with the sensor. And let me just put some fabric under the needle differently. And you can watch that this gives me my speed, how many miles per hour, and this is trip miles. So each session of treadling would have a number of miles. I have to do it with my right leg. I'm running out of fabric there. I only have a scrap. So, and see, as I stop, my speed stops. It works. So I now have an odometer on my 1891 white Treadle. I needed a screwdriver to mount the spoke magnet, a pair of pliers. I used leftover brass wire of about 18 gauge to make a spoke, and I needed the pliers to make sure that the wire stayed on there by looping it and twisting it in a little, twisting the end around the actual spoke. The directions to program the computer, and that's it. And I'm off.